It is bright enough to see in there. I didn't even pick it up. Most of them standing in there. Feeders should be empty, and they're in for the surprise. For calving season, we lock them away from their hay during the day. Let them fill up at night. We were part of a study years ago where you did night feeding. And they'll actually, a good percentage of them will actually calve during the day that normally would have calved at night. Yeah, sometimes they might be calving at 4 in the morning, but you know, that's a little better than 2 o'clock. These little buggers did a good job of eating the hay that was in there. So reading the comments this morning on last night's video, I know it, I just didn't think about it. Victor, our Russian friend on here, he's got his own channel in case you haven't been there. So if you see him in the comments, click on him and go check it out. I don't understand a word he says, so I cheat and I'll screenshot a few comments and then translate what people have to say. And, you know, I see what he's showing. He's stuck in a wheelchair, has been for 13 or 14 years. And he gets his friends to go get him video, you know, whether it's on a farm or out playing in the snow or whatever. Anyway, he says he always enjoys my little bumpy walk in the mornings. He didn't say bumpy walk, I just did, but one of the things he enjoys. And I guess I've thought about it before, it just, you know, didn't hit me. You know, he's stuck in one of those. So that's why he gets his friends to get him videos and, yep, come in here and turn on the big heater. So anyway, Victor asked me to mention him this morning, since he does walk with me every morning, as he says. Appreciate that, Victor, I really do. So, we'll see what the day brings. It frickin' rained all night and blew all night. I didn't even look at the rain gauge this morning. It had a ½ inch in it when I went in last night. Might have an inch in it by now, I don't know. It rained quite a bit. I gotta get a piece of tubing down off the rack. I actually do have a piece that I need, so I can try to work on the linkage on this and try to figure where it's gotta be. Just can be a pain in the butt. But hopefully it'll work right. One way or the other. Either work right the first time or the 10th time, right? At least the heifers over there are pretty quiet now, but some of the cows are quieter. But boy, the boys are sure pissed off. And of course a few of the cows. But the boys, they're not happy. They'll get over it. Oh, I should have been farther on this, but I'm not. I ended up having to feed everybody and fed bales while it wasn't raining, just the wind blowing, and I didn't show you any of that because, you know, I got a face full of hay doing that. So I got to looking on the other machine and did a little measuring from point A, where the stick comes up and it's attached, to point B over here in no man's land. There's 25 inches from stick to stick, actually from the pivot point on each stick. 25 inches centered front to rear to front, however you want to call it. And up and down, it's between 8 and 9 inches of rise, but in order to get the stick where I want it, or where I need it, I can't go that high. So It looks like I'm only going to be like 16 or 18 inches forward. And I'm going to be probably that far up too. Kind of makes a difference when you got a carburetor that sticks way up like that. Because we could have put the cab lower. And of course the funny thing is, the other one from top of cab to ground is the same as this one. Its chassis is higher. It's got the same size tire on the front, but it's got 26-inch combine tires on the back. So, I mean, I could have done more blocking there, but you don't want to block the front a lot if you don't have to. Which puts us way up. It is what it is. I just got to make it work. I'm going to try to tack a couple things together and see if I can clamp it on and see if I can make heads or tails of it. And I'm going to have to get that other boom down so I can get in the door over there. That should be fun by itself. Oh, we have heat again. I didn't get you any of getting those bearings in. That was a pain in the ass. We used the old rubbers, which worked out good because they were broken. Because the way you're supposed to do it is it's like loading a pillow block. You stick the bearing in sideways and then rotate it. But when you cannot get the shaft out, you can't do it that way. And I had to cut out the slots where the oilers go for each one because, well, they're actually holes for the oilers. They're slots now because the shaft wouldn't shift over far enough. It ran out of room. I couldn't get the oiler in. Oh yeah, and that boom's down. I've been in and out of the cab a few times. And that tube right there, ow, was full of liquid. So imagine my surprise when I was trying to get wet. Or rainy over. Cart worked pretty good to work on that, a lot better than the sawhorses. So now I throw the covers back on here and hopefully that noise, I think that noise is because where I made the slots, I tried to re-crimp everything to hold the rubber. And on the one end, the end of the piece of metal when I crimped it down is actually in contact with the outer part of the bearing. So I'm assuming that's what the noise is. And they're actually oiled, so. And it's working, it's getting warmer. I can shut that one off and get rid of it. Let number 2 have it back. Played with it some more, still don't know why it's making noise. Actually sounds a little better after running a little bit. And I played with that. It says 130 at 20. That's when I put the new fan control in it. And it worked for about 2 days, and then it wouldn't turn on when it got hot. But it's got a manual bypass, so no big deal. That's automatic. And that's on all the time. It's kind of nice with it on all the time because it does clean the air a little bit. You know, a little better than not at all. And I don't know, got it going and I played with it again. And it was working appropriately. And we're going to see if that's the right shape now. That bend was there, but instead of being pointed there, it was pointed about there. So I'm hoping that's gonna do what I want to do. Is I kind of got it half mocked up, not very well, but of course stuff's in the way over here now because I didn't finish putting the furnace back together the last time around. If I come over here, you can see I got the stick on the tranny and that upright piece. I got a piece clamped to the frame, and then the piece that's got the ball that this shaft fits into is clamped on top of it. And getting in here really isn't too bad. That's probably about where we're going to end up with the boom, maybe a little higher. But then I'm thinking, well, God, my ladder's going to be out here quite a ways, but by the time that's got a big tire on there, yeah, ladder won't be out beyond the tire. As I grab a hold of the boom, and it's just sitting there, and I almost fall on my backside. It's still going to be fun, but you know, most of the time when you're getting in and out, the boom's not there. The boom's out. And now we'll see if I can do this again. At least I got a big hole to play from. Slip this right in the end of that ball. Come on. You don't want to know how many times I've had it in and out of there. There. And here's where I want the stick. So, point you the same way I am. Right there, it's against those lines. I can pull those lines over a little bit at that point if I need to. Clears the window. I'm hoping, if I got it figured right, it's only going to move about that much. I got room to go forward for first. First, second. Line you back up. Third and fourth, which we'll probably never use. And I don't remember if reverse is back or forward on this transmission. I think it's back, but I'm not sure. I need to jack one back wheel up so I can make the drive line move so I can shift gears, because it's bound up where it's sitting. So that's how far I am today with this. Screwing around with that stupid fan took way too long, and the trip to town. Remind y'all what it looks like in here. And I have a laptop I'm going to try to use for GPS positioning. There's a free app, and I don't remember the name of it now, but I've already got it on the laptop. And I was trying to figure out how to mount it, and I thought about putting it there. But that's not the best place for it. I mean, yeah, I got to look over there a lot, and usually I look over my right shoulder to see where the end of the boom is, because we run foam mark. But I got to thinking this morning, I might bring something up off of here and put it right in front of the wheel, because, you know, not like it's going to block my view there. Anyway, I think I'm done for the day. So I'm going to go in, and I turn that fan back on all the time now, just because I don't trust leaving it at night. I mean, eventually, assuming that the overheat actually works on that furnace, if it got too hot, it would shut off before it burns the shop down, but we'll just leave the fan on for right now. I'll kick it off tomorrow and let it do it automatic and see how it works. I mean, you know, I still don't know why it didn't work right to begin with, other than a faulty piece of shit, but that happens. So yeah, a little more of the interior in case you forgot. And the sliding door locks open. Oh yeah, my park brake. And my air gauge. And my warning buzzer down there for if the air is too low. Electric panel. And right there's my boom controls. Just got to figure out what I'm going to do with what. One of these down here will be the main raise and lower, and these will be the booms, because they work 4 ways, and these are 2 separate ones that just work 1 way. Oh, got to figure that out. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you all had a good day, and hope you have a good evening.